Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Have you ever wondered what games you should sell or you should use? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Find out on our top 10 list what games you cannot miss. Don't forget to subscribe to Purge Reviews.
Godzilla Stomp, another little portable card game. This is, one of those games where everybody has the same cards, and when you utilize your cards, you're going to get first pick on whoever has the highest. The problem is, it may lack, well, it does lack some strategy, but the obvious strategy is you don't know what's coming the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth hand. And you have to kind of read what everybody's doing. The first hand, you have nothing to read. Everybody has the same cards. But as the cards are played, you can read your opponents a little bit more, I suppose. Now, I don't want to lead you to believe that this game has a lot of strategy. It doesn't. It's a play your cards type of thing. Have some fun. Let me see what the box says. 14 plus. You can play this much, much younger. It's probably just for the theme. My 5-year-old will probably play this. The game shouldn't last that long, maybe 5 to 15 minutes. I'm not sure the theme comes across in it. I mean, you can crunch, 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 crunch with your Godzilla, boom, boom, but they're just feet. And all the building and art looks the same. This was a cash-in, okay? And by cash-in, I mean very little effort to make a good game, very little effort to put art into the game, very little of substance here. Now, that doesn't mean it's terrible. You know what you're walking in here. If you can get this game for $5 or so, you're going to have some fun with it. The monsters are all different, have different art, but they play exactly the same. If you're going to play this, you probably want to play King of Tokyo. The mechanisms are different, the mechanics are different, but there's also a Godzilla game that came out by the same time, a board game, and while a lot of people didn't like it, it's fine. You're going to play this because you like the mechanic of this card game. The Godzilla thing's going to be lost on it, and I don't. I think it's been done better other places. So Godzilla Stomp will be a purge for me. There's not enough here, and it's just too much of a luck fest, and there's other things I'd like to be doing. Here are the components for Godzilla Stomp. You're going to have this box. It shows you how small it's compared to my hand, so very portable. You're going to get a black and white rule book that is bland. A lot of advertisement on it, but it's just generic and cheap. You're going to get a number of building cards. All the backs will look the same. In the front, you're looking at the same artwork on all the numbers. Numbers are really all that matters. And then you'll have some of these like nuclear ones. These are going to be set collections, depending on how many of these you can get. There's going to be 5 colors. You're going to have purple, yellow, blue, red, and green. The backs are always the Godzilla print. And the card you're going to have is the Rampage. I'll show in the flow how it works. 4, 3, 1, 5, and 2. But the monsters are different. That is kind of neat. So you can be Mecha Godzilla, I guess, or whatever. It's just big flying moth. I think it's called Mothra. And that's the components, all they are. I mean, they're fairly nice. They're all going to be rounded and have like the black trim around them. You decide if that's what you like or not. But that's the components for Godzilla Stomp. The rules are going to be a fold-out piece of paper. The rules are super, super simple. You'll be playing in 30 to 45 seconds. It's not complicated. The only thing that's kind of tough is the tiebreaker, which can seem really unfair at times. But you'll be playing in 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute tops. And the rules do not get in the way. They're fine. Nothing to bring home, but they're fine. To play the game is fairly easy. You have these building cards. You're going to put 2 more the number of players. So if you're playing a 3-player game, you will put 5 cards out. 2 more than the number that you're playing. Everybody will secretly play a card face down. And you will simultaneously flip these over. Highest number would be the 5 purple. So he would get to pick a card first. Obviously, he's going to take the 7 to get those victory points. 4 would be the next highest. He's obviously going to take the 7 because it's the next highest. And then the 3 would get pick of the last card. And then the other 2 would be discarded. There's only a little variant in this. If you had played a Rampage card, after everybody's done getting theirs, then you would get all the cards left over. So in this case, you would have got the 3 threes. So you would have got 9 points, which is more than the 7. So knowing when to play those is really important. And that's all you really do. You're going to have... Only other card in the deck that's a little bit different is the nuclear power plant. 1 card's worth 2. If you collect 2, 4, 3, 6, and 4 is 8. Other than that, you're just going to simultaneously play the game or the cards. And if you have a tie, whoever is the start player for the round wins. And closer to the start player wins. And that's it. That's how ties are taken care of. So very easy game to play. Another number game. Seen a lot of those lately. And plays very, very quickly as you go through the deck. Who should buy this game? I mean, this might be a good, like, what I call a Boy Scout game, where you're taking a bunch of kids camping, and you want something they can easily pick up and play, that they'll laugh about, and, you know, hopefully entertain them for 30 minutes to an hour. This might be an okay filler to have, you know, in your back pocket, I suppose. I think there's better fillers, but if you really want to theme a night out to Godzilla, this could be the opening dish, if you will. Otherwise, this is probably a pass for most people. It was cheap enough. It could be a stocking stuffer for a kid, or, you know, small gift to give to somebody. You want to give them a board game and you want it to be cheap. This might be it. I don't know how much this costs, but I mean, it's just a deck of cards. Otherwise, it's going to be a pretty hard pass. I mean, you're going to be a pretty big fan of Godzilla to not only see the theme in here, but want this game. So I'm going to purge this one and go ahead and get this one out of my collection, and I'd recommend you just to pass on this one.